Well, welcome everybody to road trip number 20 in my 2023 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive. What do I have? About 40,400 miles right now. But today we're going from Lincoln, Illinois, where I live, down kind of near Springfield, Illinois, and we're going up to Wrigley Field, which is right here in Chicago. You're curious, it's kind of like in the middle of a neighborhood right here. Really kind of bizarre, well, not bizarre, it's a unique, I should say, location for a major league ballpark. But the game is at 7 p.m. tonight. They play Cleveland 3 times, all at 7 p.m. games, so that's probably the parking lot I'll park in up there, because there's no real, it's not like most parks where there's stuff all around it. But in case you're wondering why I'm leaving at 7 a.m., and that's because I'm going to visit superchargers. See, I don't really need to charge to get there. I get there at 16%, but instead, I am going to visit a bunch of superchargers in the area to increase my high score. And yeah, I'm also going to go near the airport, see if I can, which is up here. First of all, there's a giant supercharger there, which is like, I think this one. Yeah, 52 stalls. So I want to check that out, and I can maybe watch airplanes. But in any case, the first one I'm going to go to is right here. I'm just going to kind of visit them until it gets close to game time and head over there. Probably head over there at like 4 or 5 o'clock. And yeah, so what, Oswego, Illinois is going to be our first. We'll have to delete Wrigley Field. We'll end up there eventually. I took, so my plan is to go up there and then drive back tonight, so it'll be pretty late, but this will also take us a different route instead of hanging out on I-55, which I've driven a million times, so that might be, what is this, I-39? See, I have been to this one in Peru, so I'm going to not go to that one. And yeah, I've basically only been to the ones in Chicago on I-55, but in any case, let's see. I think I've been to that one. Yep, that's Juliet. But in any case, let's head out to Chicago for a day of adventures. Ooh, a Cybertruck. Well, I decided to pull off the interstate in Ottawa, Illinois, because I saw something potentially interesting on the map here. What did I see? Over here, about 4 miles, gonna be like at 8 miles off the interstate, but it's AASHO road test loop. So I'm gonna go check that out. I'm not sure. I guess it was used to test cars in like the 60s or something. So we'll see if it's interesting at all, I guess. Well, we are about to approach it. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything.
1,000 feet. Your destination will be on the right.
Might have been a waste of 15 minutes to come over here. I don't know. And some scammer is trying to call me, so that's exciting.
Now your destination is on the right.
Is that it right there? A locked gate. Well, here we are at the AASHO road test loop. I'm not really sure what it is. Did they test cars here? I mean, I don't think you'll be able to. There's like a giant sign on the interstate, you can see from the interstate, saying they tested cars here for like the 50s and 60s or something. You can tell we're in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, there's no sign here or anything. It's just a locked gate. See, there's a sign over there you can see from the interstate. But yeah, kind of weird. There's like zero information, but I guess that was a waste of 15 minutes or whatever I came over here to look at. All right, we are about to be at the most amazing thing you have ever seen. I've seen this on the internet.
Your destination will be on the left.
I didn't know it was actually here in Ottawa, but apparently it is. I don't know if you can even get close to it.
Now your destination is on the left.
Guess I'll just park right here. As you can see, there's a Volvo in the middle of the lake here. And apparently there's a second Volvo in the lake too. I don't know why. Well, you join me at Volvo Island, located in Ottawa, Illinois, of course. I figured you could get closer, but it obviously doesn't look like it, but there it is right there. Someone put a Volvo in the middle of this pond a while ago. And for some reason, there's a second Volvo in the pond right there that someone looks like they recently drove in. So, yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is, but yeah, that's Volvo Island right there. Well, welcome everybody to Oswego, Illinois. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it or not, but we are about to be at the supercharger here. Looks like it's located at a Meijer. So I had an interesting problem. I've been on 2-lane roads the past like 35 miles or so, but for some reason the car has refused to read any speed limit signs over 45 miles an hour. So I passed all kinds of them, 55 speed limit signs, and it would never go above 45, which, being a 2-lane road, that meant I couldn't use autopilot because it would have only been able to go 50 on the road because you can only go 5 over on 2-lane roads. So I'm not sure what the issue was. It read like the 40 and 35 signs, but just it refused to read the 55, even though I passed probably 10 of them in that stretch at least. So I don't know, weird bug or... Makes me want to have FSD, because on FSD you're allowed to speed on 2-lane roads. You can set the speed higher than 5 over, unlike autopilot. But oh, there's a Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, man. Oh my gosh, it's not Sunday and I'm going by a Chick-fil-A. I could actually not this one. It doesn't want me to exit, or does it?
Turn right onto Mason Square
Nope, too late now, I guess. Thought it was the next one it wanted me to exit at.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Heritage Drive.
And a Panda. Oh man, this is like the dream supercharger stop.
Now turn right onto Heritage Drive.
Olive Garden. Man, there's everything here. Raising Cane's, place I've never been.
Now turn right onto Rutledge Road.
It's really weird because I normally, every road trip I usually start on a Sunday, but today it's a Tuesday and it's the week of July 4th. It's July 1st, so there's a lot of more people on the road than normal. Well, there's a Highland Model 3 right there. Yeah, this is a pretty amazing supercharger stop. Because it's like in the shopping center that has about everything, it seems like.
500 feet, turn left.
Speed of what? Oh, keep going straight. Oh, there's an EA station right there too. It looks like. It's pretty cool that Tesla finally added other chargers to the map. Oh, I guess I needed to turn there. Man, I'm messing up all kinds today.
Now your destination is on the right.
On the right? What? That doesn't make any sense. There's so many people parked like 18 miles away from the store. It's kind of weird. So it doesn't matter. There's a white Model 3 over here as our only charging companion. Well, welcome everybody to the Oswego, Illinois supercharger right here. And this seems new. I didn't notice this before. It shows all the nearby amenities and their hours, which is, I think, pretty amazing. But it's a 12-stall supercharger located at a Myers parking lot, it looks like. Let's plug in first before there, what is over here? It's like a Ross, Michael's, a trampoline park. Oh, now we're getting crazy. Yeah, that's a Myers. But there's a bunch of restaurants. Like there's a Chick-fil-A right there. That's some kind of restaurant. Myers gas station. I think there's a Starbucks over there. So, I mean, this is a pretty great charging stop, but I mean, I don't really need to stay here very long because I'm just want to knock it off my list. So I'm gonna head over to the one in Naperville next. See how far it is. A massive 7 miles. Actually, I don't really want to put it in because I don't really need my car to precondition over and over to supercharge for like half a second at these stops. So I'm just gonna do that so it doesn't waste time continuing to precondition over and over. But what are we at? We're at 136 kilowatts. I believe this is like the cheapest one I'm gonna be at all day. So yeah, 30 cents. Wow, this is cheap before 8 a.m. man. But not that I'm paying for it. So let's pull up. Congestion fees, 50 cents. Wow, is that even when the station's empty? That's kind of new, I think. I thought that was only supposed to be at full stations. So I guess, yeah. I don't really want to charge. I don't want to supercharge high in the pack anyway, so I'm just gonna set it at 80 so I don't go over. But yeah, that's a weird new thing. I'm actually not paying for it because I have $1,000 in referral credits right now that I'm spending. At least I shouldn't be spending it, but yeah, that congestion thing, I heard it was coming out, but there's only 2 cars at a 12-stall supercharger, so I'm not sure why that would apply. But in any case, I'll be here a minute, then I'll head over to Naperville, I believe is the next one. Well, I just wanted to mention the amazing efficiency driving up here. From my house to here, 154 miles, 236 watt-hours a mile, which is 250 watt-hours a mile would be 4 miles a kilowatt hour. So that's over 4 miles a kilowatt hour. But in any case, I am going to leave for Naperville because I've already checked in everything here, took pictures, so yeah, no reason to stay here for no reason. Looks like there's a couple. I'll hit that one next after Naperville. So yeah, let's unplug and head out. Well, welcome everyone to Naperville, Illinois. We're next to the White Eagle Club on the right here, which seems very expensive, whatever it is. I assume a golf course is what it looks like, but we're about to be at the Supercharger, located at another giant shopping center, it appears. Definitely a giant golf course over there. There was a lake and all kinds of stuff. Let's try.
1,000 feet, turn right.
It's like right here, we'll turn in. And there they are, right there. Look like V4 stations.
Now your destination is on the right.
On the right, huh? I think it needs help with the instructions a little bit. Wow, I'm like in between the middle. All right, well, welcome to Naperville, Illinois at a 20-stall version 4 supercharger here. As you can see, 325 kilowatts max, which I don't know why it displays that for my car. It should really only display that for Cybertrucks, because this is just going to confuse people. They'll be like, well, why aren't I charging that fast if you're not up to date on your car and how fast it can charge? But look at it. Looks like we're located at some kind of strip mall here. There we go. Say, I was gonna see if these have screens on it, but nope, definitely no screens. That leg of the trip was 7.7 miles, 222 watt-hours a mile. So continuing with great efficiency. And so let's head over. This is actually a new supercharger in Bolingbrook. I've been to this one, but this one was built, I think, 8 months ago. So yeah, definitely. Well, let's check out the amenities here. What it's showing. For anyone curious, you have Smash Burger, Aldi, yeah, definitely all kinds of stuff nearby here, as you can see on the map. So definitely a pretty good stop. But in any case, let's look on the map. So let's go over to Bolingbrook next before we start heading north. Oh, whoops, I don't want to actually put the supercharger in because I don't need it to constantly heat and cool the battery like crazy. Just put in right there. See how far it is, this giant trip. Looks like 5.3 miles. Well, that's where we're headed next. Well, we've been here long enough, only a couple minutes, but let's head to the next supercharger in Bolingbrook. Well, welcome everybody to the new Bolingbrook supercharger on North Weber Road here. Bunch of restaurants around. It's located, well, there's an Office Max over there, PetSmart, Planet Fitness, and there's a Meijer over there. So this supercharger was recently opened like 8 months ago, but it's only a V3 250 max, which is kind of weird. Also near the airport, but let's plug in. There's that leg of the trip, 5 miles, 196 watt-hours a mile. Yeah, they're all saying congestion's starting at, well, now it says starting at 80% charge level or when it is complete. So how do you know the difference? I guess it tells you, but I guess it's because it's not full, it shouldn't apply, right? So I've been to that one. So yeah, Wrigley Field is like there. So I'm not really close to it, but I'll probably end up trying to get there about 5 or so. But I think we should go to this one in Aurora, Illinois. See how it says to get there. That way, apparently. But yeah, that's where we will head next. All right, well, let's head out. Been here a couple minutes, no reason to stay. Guess I was supposed to be one over. I don't know. These ones on both sides are always confusing where you're park and which ones you're supposed to use. But in any case, I think we're going to Aurora, Illinois next. Well, we are still in Naperville, but we're supposed to be at the supercharger in Aurora, Illinois soon. So I'm not sure if we're on like a town border eventually, but in any case, we're about like 0.2 miles away or so. Seems like I've been in endless shopping malls like almost forever at this point.
In 500 feet, turn left. Now turn left.
It's like they should be right over here. Right in front of me, it looks like.
Now your destination is on the left.
Oh, right next to the EA station. Oh, that's interesting. That poor Bolt. Oh, and Rivian's over at the EA. Just kind of mean to put the Tesla station right next to the EA station when the EA has half as many stalls. Welcome everyone to Aurora, Illinois at this 12-stall V3 supercharger, 250 kilowatts max, located at a Meijer. Not sure what's over there. Let's see. Panda, is it Panda Express? I can't see my phone screen. It's looks like an auto repair place or something. But according to the screen, we got, you know, Panda Express, Chipotle, frozen custard, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, let's plug in. It's got an EA station right here. Alright, let's see. Yep, I guess that's just a default message now with the congestion fees, which is interesting. But let's figure out where we're going now. Let's put in Wrigley Field to see. It's showing up there, okay. See how far, I think we're probably like an hour away at least at this point.
In 500 feet, turn right onto North Route 59.
Which we're not going that direction. I want to go up to the airport. See, I don't think you can get in an hour and a half. You can get in an hour and a half before the game starts, so probably not much reason to get over there before 4:35, so still got like 3 hours to kill. So I want to go up to the airport area because there's a few chargers. Well, let's just go to, where am I? There, there's not many. Let's see if there's any on the way. We'll go to this one first. I also want to eat something, but I think there's a McDonald's by one of the superchargers near the airport. So let's, I also have tollways off. I might turn them back on.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Liberty Street.
Let's see if I turn on tollways. It makes a difference. Did that change from an hour to 36 minutes by turning on to, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, because I'm near I-88. Well, joke's on my wife, I guess, because I put my license plate on her toll account. So I was trying to see if there's anything else really on the way. Any super... There's one, but it's pretty full. So I'll skip. So I guess we'll hit these three here. This is like a giant one. It's the main one I wanted to see. 52 stalls. So I guess we'll go to this one here at the Fashion Outlets of Chicago. Will be our next stop. Actually, I lied. I just noticed this is on the 6th floor of a parking garage. So I am not going to go to that one. I guess we will just go right to the airport then. Yeah, see, there's a McDonald's. I guess we'll just head to this 37 stall one here. Yeah. We'll say screw. I'm not going to the 6th floor of a parking garage. I'm not that dedicated.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Liberty Street.
I think the play is to like come to Chicago at like overnight and just hit all these chargers, because it's I mean, it's during the day, so it's takes a pretty long time to get anywhere. But this is the current drive right here. 9.2 miles, 229 watt-hours a mile. Pretty good. But yeah, I'm going to unplug and we'll head up to near the airport and charge my wife a bunch of money on her toll account, because I'll see the same distance. So this is 40 minutes, 31 miles with tolls on. If I turn off tolls, what's it switch to? 1 hour and 6 minutes. Oh my gosh. Well, that is insane. Yeah, I was gonna try to not take tolls just because I don't like toll roads, but look at that difference. Yeah, 40 minutes versus, yeah, so it's 30 minutes farther basically to not take them. In any case, that is where we are headed next, up near the airport.
Now turn right onto Orchard Place. Now turn left.
Should be over here on the left somewhere. Guess there it is, right in front of me.
Now your destination is on the left.
That poor bolt. Guess it goes like all around. Let's go over here. Why not? There's no one on these. Well, welcome everyone to I guess that's where I am. Des Plaines, Illinois supercharger, 52 stalls. Located at, I guess there's an oyster bar. There's a plane. Right by O'Hare Airport, if you didn't know. I believe this is like one of the biggest chargers on the East Coast, but it's kind of a weird layout because it like goes all around and back there. And look at the poor bolt. The poor bolt charging. In any case, let's plug in here. So yeah, as you can see, it goes like all the way around this parking lot here. I guess I'm supposed to use this one. So it should be like over a bit farther, I would think, but yeah, you can see it goes all the way around. Crazy big. This is a Popeyes right there. Not super cheap, 41 cents a kilowatt this time of day. Definitely want to go to that one down the road next. Let's see where Wrigley Field is. Everything's red. That's a good sign, right? It'd be nice if I could charge before going there. Okay, that's a parking garage. That is also, I don't want to charge in a parking garage. So my options are basically here. Yeah, I basically have to charge here or nowhere, or the one like 2 feet down the road. But yeah, before I get to Wrigley Field, how far is it? See, I was kind of wanting to go to Wrigley Field, then my house, but that doesn't seem possible. But in any case, I'll figure out what I'm doing. I'll probably charge here to near full and then go to McDonald's or something. Well, I went to McDonald's and now I'm gonna head to this supercharger literally right down the road, which says it's in the airport grounds apparently, but yeah, that's where I'm headed next to probably pretty much charge to 100%. Well, the supercharger is supposed to be right over here on the left. Kind of weird how it's like almost on airport property here. We're on the left at this gas station.
Now you have arrived at your destination.
Oh, can't turn left, there's too many people. Drive around the gas pumps, I guess. There's a level 2 charger right there that Tesla's plugged into. Oh man, what happened to that poor charger? Out of order 3B. Well, you don't say. I think that's the most obvious out of order stall I've ever seen right there. Well, I, for one, am glad you get this warning, because I never would have known that it was out of order. I don't know what on earth happened to that one, but definitely got clobbered. But I am at the, I guess I'm in Chicago now. Des Plaines was like a block down the road, but yeah, I'm at the Chicago, Illinois O'Hare Supercharger. Oh, it's only 150 kilowatts. It's an old one. That's a really old Model S right there. Look at that. See? Pre-2016 at least. But yeah, I'm gonna charge here until basically 100%. So this was probably the original supercharger, and that was just constantly flooded until they, because really there's, I guess there's, well, that's on the top of a parking garage, because this was the only one until they made this gigantic one right here. Which one's cheaper? Yeah, this one's not even cheaper, so there's really no point of ever coming here again. But yeah, I'm going to charge here until basically 100%, and let's see where Wrigley Field is. We're gonna head in that direction. Everything's red, so that's good. Really, 48 minutes to go 15 miles. I'm still gonna get there too early, so it's not. What I think I'm going to do instead is go to here. I don't know if I can park here. There's parking here. Free parking. So I'm gonna go here and check out this park for a couple hours, or just hang out in my car and watch YouTube or whatever, because hit a trip. Let's delete that. I'll probably head over to Wrigley Field, get there about 4:30 or so. So I will head to this park for a couple hours after I guess charge here for about, let's see the route is taking me. Guess what road is this? 90? 90 until I get off and go through town, basically. Yeah. It's a cricket field, and there's a bird sanctuary. Yeah, I guess I can walk. So let's see, what have I I've taken 648 steps today, so gotta do something or I won't hit. I'm never gonna hit 10,000, but 53 minutes to drive 16 miles. Well, that sounds like a blast. Let me tell you. Well, I have arrived at the beach. Is over there somewhere. I don't know if I wasted my money, but I paid like $8 to park for 2 hours or something. I don't know how often they check, but yeah, it was either park here or nowhere because everything else was full. But I guess I'm gonna walk around here and check it out. I have, let's see, this is where I'm gonna attempt to park for the game. I'm gonna think this was a deal soon. That might be like 50 bucks or something. So 9 minutes away, and I don't think I can get in Wrigley Field until 90 minutes before, so 5:30. So got essentially like 2 hours to kill. Yeah. I'm gonna go wander around, see what I can find. Well, I'm back after exploring a little bit. I walked all the way down to the marina and back, basically. So, pretty cool area. I mean, yeah, awesome place if you live in Chicago, I guess. But I'm gonna hang out here for probably about, yeah, I'm only 1.9 miles away from the ballpark area, and I can't get in until 5:30. So, what, 2 hours from now? So I'll hang out here for a bit, watch you. One of the best things about an electric car, you just sit here, can sit here in like camp mode or whatever, and hang out. Oh yeah. Sit here, watch YouTube or whatever, and for a bit, and then head on down to Wrigley Field. Well, I doubt I'll get in trouble, but my paid parking expires at 4:25, so I better get moving. Down to this parking lot just north of Wrigley Field is my first plan to park. If not, I'll come up with another plan, I guess, if that doesn't work. Well, I've made it to the Toyota lot. Parking was $60, which honestly isn't as bad, really that terrible. I was expecting kind of a lot worse around the Cubs game, but They have chargers here, but the guard said it says they're free on PlugShare, but according to the parking person, they cost money to charge at, and if I am not actively charging, they'll, I don't know, I'll get in trouble or something. I'm not sure what would happen if I wasn't actively charging, but there's only one car there out of all the chargers, so oh well. I mean, yeah, I'm at 83%. I'll probably be here like till 10 p.m. So yeah, that wouldn't really work anyway. But anyways, I put in my trip home. It says I'll get home at 9%, so I don't have to charge going home, but the car's gonna sit here on, you know, Sentry mode, and overheat protection I assume will go off because it's 87 outside. But I guess we'll see when I get back around, I guess the game starts at 7, so what, like 10 p.m. if I stay for the whole thing? Yeah. Anyway, on to Wrigley Field. Well, I've officially survived once again. Another baseball game where Cleveland loses, of course. There's a Wrigley Field right there. But yeah, so going home, let's see. It says I will get home with 5%, but I have to, it's such a weird thing it tells you. Stay below 67 to get home, to get to your destination at 13%. Like, why? When it says right here, I'll get home at 5. I put that in again. It had like a weird message that, let me try again, see what it does. It wants me to charge for 5 minutes. I'm going to remove all charging stops. Like no supercharger, that's new. I've never seen that before. It says no supercharger near your destination. Plan alternative charging. So it knows when you're going to get somewhere like really low now. That's a good message now for people, I guess. Might not realize they're getting somewhere too low and won't be able to get out. But yeah, I'm going to head home and I don't know if I'll stop or not. I guess we'll see. Well, my display arrival got up to 9%, but it's been slowly dropping as I get further south. It like all the warnings went away. It was down to 3%, then went up to 9%, and now it's slowly falling. And keeps giving me more and more warnings about slowing down. So I guess we'll see if I make it or have to stop in Bloomington. Also, this is my first time with Matrix headlights. It's pretty cool how your brights are basically on the entire time, and they just like kind of move around the other cars. It's pretty awesome. And that was in a software update. I don't know what other car can do that. Well, potentially final update. The warning message went away a bit ago, even though I'm still going to arrive at like 5%. I guess it's finally happy. I don't have to slow down anymore or whatever, but because in about 20 miles, I'm passing the last supercharger until my house. So yeah, I guess so I'm going to chance it. It's not really a chance if I have a 5% buffer, so it's not that dramatic, but I'm not really sure why the car was yelling at me most of the way down that I wasn't going to make it or I had to drive slower, and I'm going to end up arriving with 5%. So yeah, well, if something changes, I'll see you at home. Well, it's a new warning. It's mad at me. I guess I'm driving out of range of any supercharger, so it's slightly concerned. But hey, I'm gonna get home with 4% still. Dropped from 4 to or 5 to 4. So what's my thing say? Let's just say 3.7. So yeah, I'm more than fine. Well, we've officially survived and made it back home with 5%. I think that's what it originally said I'd get home with when I left Chicago. Like when I put it in at Wrigley Field, it said 5%, then it went up to 9, then down to 3, and ended up at 5. Oh yes, and we have yet one more warning to charge the car now. But yeah, so the total trip statistics, there you go, 398.7 miles, 239 watt-hours a mile, which is over 4 miles a kilowatt hour, like 4.1 or 4.2, something like that. Gone 190.1 miles since I last charged. And yeah, last leg 172.3 miles at 238 watt-hours a mile. Actually dropped my lifetime by 0.2 watt-hours a mile on this trip. So yeah, that was my trip to Chicago, or to Wrigley Field in Chicago. If you like my videos, subscribe. There'll be more of them. Leave a comment, whatever. If you're buying a Tesla, use my referral code in the description, so I can make more videos, because I'll have free supercharging and stuff. And you also get money off a Tesla, but use a family or friends if you know someone with a Tesla instead of mine. But if you have no one else's, yeah, sure, use mine. But in any case, the future plans are I'm probably going to go back to Chicago again in a couple weeks, because Cleveland plays the White Sox. And then the beginning of August, I'm planning to go out to Denver area, Pikes Peak, stuff like that. And then in September, I'm going back to Florida. So those are the next few road trips I'm planning. No guarantee they'll happen, but that's my plan right now. So yeah, thanks for watching, and join me on the next one.